Hey YouTube, Orange Spy here. My most recent nerdy purchase was the Highland Shield and the Master Sword. I bought these off knivesdeals.com, but I'm pretty sure swords.com and replicadungeon.com and all that, they all have the same sword. At least they all look the same. They have the exact same dimensions. So they could be the same sword, just mass-produced by some company and then sold to all of them. I'm not sure. If you know, please correct me in the comments. But other than that, I think they're the sword. They all have the same dimensions, and I'll put the dimensions in the details in the description. So first we'll start with the Master Sword, because I'm pretty sure this is what most of you want to watch. Now, it has metal on the bottom and metal on the top. I was really impressed with it, actually. I like it a lot. The paint job's pretty good. There's a little few places where it's kind of crooked. You can tell that it was sprayed on, but that's fine with me, right? It's going to be for filming because I'm making my next Zelda parody with these, and I'm going to display them on the wall. So anyways, the sword has an actual pretty good weight to it. And I was pretty surprised on how detailed it was, actually. A few things I don't like, though, is that the handle is a really dark blue, and it kind of looks black when there's bad lighting. And some of the paint job was pretty bad. So, if you see here, with the camera focus a bit, they missed a little spot there, and they did the same near the handle, near the blade. Minor things, of course, and you're not going to see them on camera once again. A lot of detail went into it. I can tell that there was a lot of work, but at the same time, it has a kind of cheapish look to it, because it says China on there, and the Triforce, which I really admire, is a little bit off-centered, which is perfectly fine once again, because beggars can't be choosers. Anyways, the blade is a half tang, which means it only comes down halfway, so you can't just go around beating it off things and everything like that, having little sword fights with your friends. First of all, it's dangerous. This has a good point to it. You can't kill somebody. But it is pretty fragile, I'd say. You can swing it around, like it's sturdy enough to swing, but the wings might break off if you hit it off something. Same with the blade. But other than that, it's a pretty good sword. Really good for if you're just going to display it, and good for filming. I saw on one website it said light contact use, and I could imagine that, but when I film my Zelda parodies, what I'm going to do is buy a different sword, make it look like the Master Sword, and then use that for full combat to make it look a bit more realistic. Anyways, the sword fits extremely well into the scabbard. You kind of have to smack it in there, because if you don't, then it doesn't go in all the way and it's hard to get it in. But other than that, it's very nice. Next is the Highland Shield. I also bought this from knivesdeals.com. Once again, I'll put their link up in the top there. Anyways, it has a really good weight to it. It seems like you could defend yourself for a while with it. I wouldn't try it, of course, because I would scratch the paint and ruin it, and it might break. I had no idea how strong it actually is. As you can see, this is a left-handed shield. The forearm grab and the hand grab. I did see some websites where you could put it on your right arm, and for a more nostalgic feel like the N64. But anyways, it comes with a chain to hang for display, and it comes with a little spot here to put your sword in when it's either on your back or on the wall. The only problem I found with that is when I tried to put the sword in, it was too tight and I ended up scratching the paint on the scabbard. Really disappointed in myself for doing it, but hey, I could repaint it. Made my mistake, I learned from it. So what I'm going to do, and what I suggest to you guys before you make my mistake, is put a little bit of padding in here and loosen these screws a little bit so it slides right in, no problems. And then I'm pretty sure these screws here are to hold the scabbard right into place, and I'm going to pad those too. Anyways, the shield, I like it. It kind of looks a bit fake, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of detail around the edges here with a mixture of black paint. I think it was clear paint, I'm not sure. I'll have to ask my father, he knows. To give it a more rustic look. If you want to see what I mean by that, if you watch Smosh's music video of The Legend of Zelda, their shield has it kind of painted like that. So that's what I'm going to do, make it look a lot better. And other than that, no, I like the shield other than the paint job. The paint job, you can tell it was quickly done. You can see here where they accidentally missed and went on the blue and didn't fix it. And on some of the edges, it's hard to see on camera there, they kind of went right off. But from right now on the camera, like once again, like I said, I'm going to use it. It looks fine on camera, and that's what I'm looking for. So anyways, if you want to see the Swords video on their Master Sword and their shield set and everything, I'll put the link for theirs up here. Pretty sure it's all the same. I'm going to put all the websites that I was looking at buying off of in the description. So there's Replica Dungeon, I bought it off Knives Deal, so I'll put that in there, Swords. A few on eBay, and be careful with Amazon though, because I saw a few of these swords for sale, and it had the picture of this sword, but when people bought them, it was something completely different, and it was a cheaper looking sword for the exact same price. So my suggestion to you is, even though I'm making this video, always read the reviews on something and make your own judgment call, alright? So this was from knivesdeal.com, like I said multiple times now. Pretty sure it's all the same across the board. But anyways, if you guys are buying this, it's a great buy. I nerded out when I got it, like I saw the truck packing in, it's like, ooh. Anyways, so for all my Zelda fans that are watching, that watch my Zelda parodies, number 8 is in fact the final parody, but it will be the best parody. I'm going to make it like 30-40 minutes long. It's going to be awesome. Anybody else that wants to see all the Zelda things I have around my house, go to funnyjunk.com. I'll put a link in the description to a Zelda comp I just made. It just shows all the Zelda things I have. But other than that, if you want to get this, follow the links, read the reviews, and enjoy.